Dear friends, do you know who is superstar Amitabh Bachchan? I am sure this is a stupid question to ask. There is no person, especially in India, throughout India, even to some extent throughout the world, definitely they would have heard of our superstar Amitabh Bachchan. We are very proud of him. He is nearly 80s now, still he is very active. You might have seen in media, he was in the news, he was doing one of the film projects, my project K by name, in Hyderabad. So while doing shooting, he got injured. He developed what is called as rib pop-up syndrome or lip slipped syndrome. I'm going to tell what is meant by slipped rib syndrome or popped-up rib syndrome, right? So it's one of the most common conditions, not that it occurs very uncommonly. This is commonly seen in patients. We keep seeing such patients, especially those patients who lift weights, right? Most commonly seen in people who lift their shutter, right? All of a sudden they'll put a lot of pressure and lift the shutter of their whatever their working place, or those people who are involved in contact sports like your kabaddi or your any contact sports like your whatever kind wrestling, all those things activities, or your sports activities like your football, and where there is contact, this is all contact sports. Whenever there is injury or whenever the person falls on the floor, they can have this what's called popped-up rib syndrome. So if the injury is more, if the force is more, some people may develop fracture also. That's altogether a different story. If there's a fracture, we need to take X-ray and we have to treat accordingly. Sometimes if the fracture is multiple bones can also get fractured. If that is the case, and there are chances that the underlying even lungs can also get injured. We call it pneumothorax can develop, and sometimes it can be life-threatening also, right? Luckily, Amitabh Bachchan didn't have all of things, and those things wasn't there, any complications wasn't there in him, right? So that's what happens. Or whenever you cough violently, right? Some people, because of chronic bronchitis or allergic bronchitis, they keep on coughing, and because of that also sometimes they can develop what is called as popping rib syndrome. Or if you suddenly sneeze, or if you lift heavy weights, or if you do sudden twisting movements, like suppose you are riding in a bicycle, or if you're riding in a horse, or if you're riding any of your two-wheeler in this kind of roads, now a lot of potholes, sudden jerks, and also that time also, or you're near going fast and you suddenly jump a road hump, right? That time also there can be a sudden jerk there and rib can get popped up. That's called rib pop-up syndrome. But nothing to worry. If you go to a consultant orthopedic surgeon or a nearby hospital, they do take X-ray to rule out any fracture. So treatment is very simple. You give rest. When Amitabh Bachchan took 4 weeks rest, he took 4 weeks off from the shooting. He went back to Bombay and to take rest, right? Even now he's taking rest. So it's very, very important. When you can imagine a superstar like Amitabh Bachchan, whose projects would have, they were invested in lakhs of crores, multiple crores. Even then he was forced to take rest for about 4 weeks, right? So any injury, it will take its own healing time. All of us are human beings. We need to follow those rules of physics when it will take its own time to heal up. So it will take time, nearly 4 to 6 weeks to heal. And you can apply cold packs, you can apply some painkiller gel or any spray or something like that for that. And there's one is called rib bind also, you can apply that. With that treatment, I think symptoms will come down. So this is what about the pop-up rib syndrome or slipped rib syndrome. So nothing to worry. Our Amitabh Bachchan sir will be very comfortable after 4 weeks or so. Come back and he will complete that Project K film. Let all of us watch it, okay? So I have done more than 20 such videos which are very informative. Please do subscribe to my video, and anybody who is interested to know who is Amitabh Bachchan, please forward this video also to them. All the best.